The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between the AFC and the NFC. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and CD, our game featuring a great matchup at the quarterback position. A couple of Pro Bowlers from a year ago, Justin Herbert and Aaron Rodgers.
And Brandon, these are the two names in big bold letters on the marquee sign, aren't they? This is why everyone tuned in. This is why we're here. And these are the kind of games where they wind up seeing if they can outdo each other, contrary to what they told us both. No, we're just playing against the other defense. We don't play against each other. They've got excellent supporting cast, and believe me, they'll be eyeing the other guy on the opposite sideline.
Get ready to settle in for an entertaining 4 quarters. The AFC-NFC Pro Bowl underway from Las Vegas. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. Leading them out, it's the third-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
Every quarterback in the NFL has a little bit of his own signature style out there, but for this guy, he really plays the game in a different way. It's led to a couple double takes from us up here as we see him as something truly unique. It's not that he's just the strongest passer or the best athlete to ever play the position. He just has a certain way of seeing the action, and it allows him to make some special plays out there.
Throwing first play is Herbert. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 12 yards on the gain. A great start for this offense. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I really like the vision he displayed on that play because he saw there wasn't a lane to completely break off a huge gain. So he found where there was the most space and got what he could. A nice, dirty run that's a positive play for the offense.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
I love those corners who can not only cover, but don't mind getting a little physical as well. How about the coverage on that play, knocking that pass away?
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So out comes the NFC for their initial drive. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want, but this guy, he is hard to corral.
Rodgers now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And they get Tristan Wirfs, first-round pick in 2020.
Whatever it takes, I'll get it. It's showtime, baby. Let's go, baby.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing is Rodgers. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Ooh, I like it.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers, he gets this to Davante Adams. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. And again, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Cup. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Rodgers. That's caught downfield by Kittle. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Give him 30 yards there.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Cook is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3.
Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Dalvin Cook so good in the open field, but he's equally good down here near the goal line. He can find those seams and just push his way through. So he might get another chance or two to punch this one in.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Cook. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. CeeDee Lamb from 3 yards out. And the NFC has taken the early lead. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point by Gay is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
That time a 9-play drive. And it's finished off by the touchdown from CeeDee Lamb. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. So now the AFC offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
On 2nd and 9, Herbert.
His throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's A.J. Cole now,
standing just about on his own goal line. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. And just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll work down inside the 45.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. That'll be caught by Cup. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. 3rd down, here's a run by Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Cook again. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Rodgers. He'll find Lamb crossing the formation for the catch. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
The AFC about ready to take over on offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. After the turnover, here's Herbert. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 60 yards. And the AFC is an extra point away from tying this game up. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Let's go. Let's dominate this.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, it's Rodgers. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
The AFC set to take over on offense. They'll have very good starting field position here as they try to break our tie. And they start 1st and 10. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be marked down about the 26-yard line. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play, and you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch, and then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
A 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7, but they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he does not get to the 1st down marker as they stop him at the 19.
That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Tucker's kick is good.
And they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way to field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides will be thrilled with that.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the 1st half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still... Now Cook hit, and he lost the football.
And that's picked up by the AFC. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number 1, maybe they're not having this deficit, and number 2, maybe they actually have the lead.
Now Herbert following the turnover. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
"10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they're looking at a 2nd down and 9 to go. Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
Trying to punch it in with Taylor. And nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped behind the line. He needed a couple, but he didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And as a result, possession switches hands. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
On 1st down, Rodgers. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
Second down at 4. To throw is Rodgers. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And that's all about recognition right there, because he's got to go from pass rush mode to pursuit mode, what defensive line coaches like to call retracing. And he's able to retreat and make the tackle for just a short gain.
The numbers for the NFC on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. A throw there, but that's going to run it incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
Arizona's Buda Baker with the tackle.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
On the delay, it's Mixon. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
A nice little juke. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Herbert now.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
Nice call by the defense there on third down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the AFC. Returnable for Grant. 44-yard punt, return of 9. And the NFC will take over first and 10. Here now the NFC to take over on offense.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
So good starting field position for them here as they come up first and 10 at their own 37. They start the drive with Cook.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up second down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver, but he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front, so if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
From the 41, Rodgers. Well, the pressure gets home, and the AFC comes up with a sack. Myles Garrett just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him, but even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And Cook has it, left side.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And they will in 10. The AFC about ready to take over on offense. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go.
6 yards left on second down. They run once more with Taylor. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Allen's got it complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Now it's Herbert. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go band of brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations. Because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers, he's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Running left, Taylor.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, at that rate, picking up 3 yards a carry, you and I both know that doesn't cut it in this league and trying to get first downs unless you're playing 4-down football. Then that's a whole different situation, but I don't think that's what they're trying to do here. 3rd and 4, though, is still manageable.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
A shotgun snap for Herbert.
Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8.
Micah Parsons showing off that elite athleticism as he gets the sack.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert. To Mixon on the check down. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And now what we have here, a 3rd and goal. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The NFC about ready to set up shop offensively. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
How about this? They'll try the option, left side. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk-reward and him taking hits, I'm not sure that's the payoff they were looking for.
From the 27, Rodgers.
And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Looking deep for Adams. A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play there, Rodgers to Adams, 42 yards. Well, what do you think? Maybe got away with one? I mean, he's thrown 2 picks already. That looked pretty dangerous.
And they had a little hang time on it, so what he needs to do right now, hug it out a little bit with his guy because he went up and made a play on the football and kept him from potentially throwing that 3rd interception. There was some trust in there. There was also some hope.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs when they have to officiate block and charge.
And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Good call there on 1st down. And Brandon, I'm getting better over the years of not screaming out screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And this one too low.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Throwing is Rodgers. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
That's what it is. That's what it is, baby.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Throwing now is Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. They'll run for it with Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. Gay is on for the point after. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25. The AFC going to get the football here late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. This is Mixon on the draw. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's Herbert. Caught by Allen. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. And his throw is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Out of the gun, Herbert. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So that challenge, a successful one. On 1st and 10, Herbert. He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half. And the AFC has retaken the lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker now to add the point after. And that'll make point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's Mark Andrews who finishes things off with a touchdown reception. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Well, they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there.
So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios and this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, let's get a check on the next-gen stats from that first half for the AFC. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the NFC, they too were able to take advantage of a soft secondary, as both of these two teams really threw the ball at will in that first half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. It's the NFC to possess it first as we are back and underway for the third quarter. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The NFC offense heads out to begin this third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Meanwhile, Rodgers' throw pulled in by Kittle. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Up the middle, it's Cook. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts, because he definitely needs some assistance.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I certainly like what he did right there, because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit, and he gets a small gain on the play.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big 30-yard play on third.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. Touchdown! It's Davante Adams hauling it in from Aaron Rodgers. And his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that one puts them on top here in the third. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays.
And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, 1-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A nice pickup of 23 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Allen. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Forced out to his left.
Herbert has it knocked free.
And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Can almost see inside his face mask there, the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you could actually be pushed back before the first down. It's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drip back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
On first down, it's Herbert.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown.
Jamar Chase,
42 yards. And the AFC has once again taken the lead.
So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a third-quarter lead.
They were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
The AFC coming to the line. They'll go for 2 here. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it.
And it's incomplete, but a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got.
Well, that frustration, Charles, it's been building on the defensive side of the ball, and unfortunately there, it turns into a roughing the passer penalty.
Yeah, and they should be frustrated because he's picked them apart the entire game, but it's got to come out in a different way. You can't hit him illegally. Stop him downfield the way you're supposed to.
The AFC coming to the line. They'll go for 2 here.
They'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Now Aaron Rodgers and the offense heading back onto the field.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Remember, on their last drive, they had that pass play for a touchdown, and here they come out firing again. This play's not quite as good in the end result, but still good enough for a quick first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Give to Cook out of the gun. They juked him. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Throws quickly, and he's got George Kittle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2nd down, they go right back to Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. He's already fumbled once in this game, and I thought the ball started to jostle there a little bit, but they got to him quickly at the line of scrimmage.
They sure did. And remember, if you're not a very confident runner and you've already dropped it once, if there's traffic around you, the only thing you think about is protecting the football, not gaining yards.
And he's brought down. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A field goal helps, but a touchdown gets you the lead. That had to be the message transmitted in the huddle. And they delivered there as that throw is going to keep the drive alive. And even better than that, set them up with a 1st and goal.
Now Rodgers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
Throwing is Rodgers. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers as his guys have now moved out in front.
And that third counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
The NFC going to line up and go for 2 here. Rodgers will throw for it. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field.
Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far, he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now, they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But, boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, and when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again, don't you?
Yes, you do.
Makes you hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23.
Let's go now, let's go. Hey, what we got? Let's go, fellas.
Here's Herbert. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Second and 2.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
49 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Well, we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On first down, Rodgers completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's the NFC with the lead and the football as we start the 4th. They'll try the middle with Cook, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down. He can rack up those tackles in bunches in the run game from that middle linebacker spot.
And what he has to do is make sure he congratulates the guys in front and tells them thanks a lot, because as the guy in the middle, the Mike linebacker, you're counting on your front 3, your front 4, front 5, whatever you've got in front of you to take up all the blocking, allow you to roam and hit, and that's what he did on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game as his guys are able to extend their lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Gay is on for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive goes 8 plays. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Back out is the AFC offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. Caught by Allen. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. And just a yard to go here on second down. On the option to give to Taylor here. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Bobby Wagner of Seattle, he'll get credited for the tackle.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Herbert now. And that's going to be incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Herbert. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral, because this doesn't just happen by accident. This isn't 4 times where the defense just falls down or breaks coverage. He's worked awfully hard, changing routes, changing areas, changing angles, and getting open for touchdowns.
We knew he'd be part of the game plan in a big way, and it has been in a very big way. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On the move to his left, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, and it keeps the drive moving. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Cup. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. To throw is Rodgers. Throw left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to get this one back, so it is a 1st down. And defensively, maybe an opportunity miss there.
No doubt about it. When that ball's out, all you're thinking about as a defender is, this is our chance to make a huge play. Instead, he's able to recover his own fumble. And big sigh of relief, huh?
Yeah, usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it. Handoff comes to Cook. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively rallying to the ball after the nice move. 76 yards on the ground for him so far. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Cook again. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down. And the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get it before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And as we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Gay's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. Taken at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The AFC set to take over on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. Looking for Allen, and it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's scooped up by the NFC. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
A give. This is Cook. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. 86 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's the NFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Got an open man finding Jefferson.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Now Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run it again with Cook. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. On the ground, it's Cook. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's second and 1. So he'll take a knee here to wrap this one up, and he's going to want to keep that game ball. He was sensational. So it's the NFC that comes away with a victory here in this Pro Bowl matchup.